believe it now, Trinity?
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Frozen Oil. Once again, it's Rich. We got Wayne in the house. How's it going, Wayner?
Good, how are you?
Good. Great after that game. Fantastic after that game.
What a game.
What a game, hey? I was saying, when it went to overtime, I was saying now it's time for Connor McDavid to go Michael Jordan mode and just win this game himself right now. And it took a while. They had a lot of chances, especially in that 5-minute man advantage there for that disgusting cross-check to the face by Roy to Trent Frederick. But yeah, they came up with the win. It wasn't pretty, but that's playoff hockey, and those are the games you got to win.
Absolutely. And you know what? We can't go further in this episode without saying Calvin Pickard. Like, Calvin Pickard stole us that game. We have no business even being in overtime if it wasn't for Calvin Pickard. And what more does this guy got to do to get his respect? And I think he was fantastic.
He's exactly what they need. He's not gonna get you a shutout, but you know, typically there was a couple of goals there that were no goalie would stop. But he'll allow 2-3 goals a game. Last night it was 4, but like I said, a couple were on the power play and just, you know, a cross seam passes he had no chance on. But Calvin Pickard, otherwise steady and reliable, and that's what they need. And he made a gigantic save in overtime. So we'll get to all that in a second. So welcome, everybody. I want to start off, Wayner, by saying, before that game started, I know you know who Big Lou is. So shout out Big Lou.
Lou?
He picked me up to go to watch the game, and he got me this. It's my first.
Oh, brand new?
It's my brand new. I'm taking the tag off right now.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Brand new. And I said, how much do you want for it? And he's like, no, it's a gift for the channel from me. So shout out Big Lou. That was awesome. It does help it does help that he's my cousin, right? I mean,
hey, we'll take all the contributions.
He's our cousin, actually.
Well, hey, thank you, Lou. And perfect timing.
Yeah, so the Draisaitl jersey came up huge. Draisaitl with the goal in overtime. And what a pass from McDavid. Just, what more can you say? And, I mean, we're going to get to these stats in a second. Before we do that, since we got a few people, our last video did tremendously awesome, Wayne. It was number 1 out of our last 10 videos. So we'll take this moment to kindly ask everybody that's watching to hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. It goes such a long way for the channel. And thanks to those that do that and that have done that. We really appreciate it. So motivating to be over 800 subscribers and now marching towards 900 here. So very happy here at Frozen Oil. And man, Wayner, did you ever think that we'd be coming back? I mean, it was said that there's a chance we come back up 2-0 in the playoff preview video.
Yeah.
For round 2. So, I mean, just thinking it is one thing, but for it to actually be reality is, it's just crazy, you know. And I was realizing as well, like, it's not just that the Vegas Golden Knights are, you know, an all-round team, and they've had so much success in the playoffs, but I think they have one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Cassidy's a gem.
Cassidy is one of the best coaches in the league, and it's just even you can tell when the camera goes on him. It looks like there's just no answer for these Oilers. They're just a constant wave after wave after wave, like those zombie movies where they just keep coming. They're just not stopping. Wave after wave after wave. Then after a while, like even Cassidy looks like, holy cow, like we can't answer these guys.
It's like
you
he
know?
killed a bunch of them and then they just come back and there's
just wave after wave of constant attack and pressure and offense. And I mean, we didn't think we'd be in this position, but I mean, thankfully we are. And there is not one Oiler fan that is not happy about that. And on top of that, there is not one Oiler fan, especially, you know, we've dealt through so much, I want to say tragedy almost, especially with the Game 7 loss in last year and the Game 7 loss in 06. We haven't won the cup since 90, so it's been 35 years and a couple of huge heartbreaks, and there is nobody more deserving than you Oiler fans, and that's why we do this. We're so happy. We're so happy for our Oil. We're so happy for everybody. Everybody was in a good mood today, Wayner, hey?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you be?
Everybody's in a good mood. You get cut off in traffic. You don't care. You know, like it's just the Oilers won and everything's good. So, yeah, just fortunate and happy. But I feel that, you know, throughout all the years, no one more deserving than the Oiler faithful to be up 2-0 in this series. And
did you notice all the Oiler fans in the stands in Vegas for both those games?
Oh, yeah,
support.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it crossed my mind. I'll tell you right now, it crossed my mind. Already been fortunate to watch the Oilers in Vegas. I saw the McDavid's birthday game there back in, I think it was 18 or something like that, where he turned 21. I was at that game.
Nurse's overtime goal. So,
but you know, with the exchange rate right now and everything, I don't know. It's quite the expense, even if the tickets are probably a lot cheaper than here at Rogers Place. So yeah, but yeah, it would have been awesome to be there, and that's one of the coolest thing is when they, you know, pan to the crowd and you see on the road Oiler fans in the crowd. It's just so cool, and so it just pumps you up. I don't know, doesn't it just pump you up, Wayne?
Oh, 100%. I mean, the support for the Oil goes worldwide, I'd say. So I mean, you find them everywhere, and we definitely travel well.
And it's a massively growing fan base, and I compared it. As a matter of fact, I compared it yesterday to a few people that we were watching the game with, because now with like the internet and streaming and all that, just there's so much more coverage and so many more people can watch these games. And I mean, you know, if you're overseas and you're tuning into a hockey game, you're probably going to watch Connor McDavid. So, you know, our fan base, I feel, has just grown exponentially in these last, 10 years, especially with just streaming and watching games online and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see. Let's get to these stats. I want to keep these stats quick. 37 shots on goal for the Oilers, 32 for the Golden Knights. Face-off, the Golden Knights are ahead of us today in that department, 56-43. Usually the Oilers are ahead. Power plays, Vegas goes 2 for 4. Oilers go 0 for 3. And again, notably, that 5-minute major in overtime, the Oilers couldn't capitalize. But still, so far in the series, the Golden Knights have had more power plays than the Edmonton Oilers. Yet, for some reason, online, all the Vegas fans are complaining. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Hits 30-26 in favor of the Knights. Block shots, giveaways, pretty much even. Takeaways, 9 for the Golden Knights and 3 for the Oilers. So that is the stats summary. Goals, Wayner, obviously Victor Olofsson opens it up in the first period to make it 1-0 Golden Knights, and then it begins. Wallman, Podkolzin, what a massive goal. Nurse with another huge goal.
Hey, a great play by Arvidsson on that little sneaky pass on the boards there to Bud Colson to spring him loose.
Big time. And Carlson makes it a 3-2 game. Kane makes it 4-2. At that point, I mean, we were messaging each other, and I was just like, this is crazy. We're up 4-2. It's not guaranteed. I mean, we're on the road. But to get that goal, to make it 4-2, just let us breathe a little bit. But sure enough, another power play goal by the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo ties it. And in overtime. David just with
the sleeping Giants. They weren't
all game. They were quiet.
They weren't really doing much until
all game.
You keep giving them a chance, and they're going to break through. Sure enough, McDavid gets sprung by Perry. Beautiful little tip pass, and he's gone.
All game.
Eichel's trying to defend him, and he puts him through a blender. Beautiful pass, lays it perfectly onto Draisaitl's stick there, and all he has to do is tap it home. Great play. You give guys like that too many chances, and eventually they're going to bury it. So,
well, they're definitely starting to talk about
specifically Jack Eichel credit. They had a hell of a game too, but can't contain those guys for that long.
I'm telling you, there's no team in the NHL when the Oilers are playing the way they have been playing lately that can beat the Edmonton Oilers. I'm telling you, it's just constant, non-stop, wave after wave of pressure. It's so fun to watch. It's just unbelievable hockey, such a high-level hockey. And there was Wayner. I did want to ask you about this. There was a lot of controversy about that little Arvidsson tap on the skate there that caused McNabb to fall into the boards. But I mean, if you watch it at regular speed, you can't even, you know what I mean? It's the ref's not going to see that. Right?
No, for sure. And look, like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, Arvidsson should not have had his stick in between McNabb's legs there. He shouldn't have. But I don't know if he actually caused the trip. And hear me out. I think McNabb at the last second was trying to stop on his own, and I believe like he kind of almost caught an edge, and it wasn't really much that Arvidsson did. Now, we obviously.
I want to interrupt and tell you, I already 100, not 100, but 99% agree with you. It does look in slow motion like he did tap his skate a bit, but after the tap, it looks like he hit a rut.
Yeah, like it wasn't really all Arvidsson's doing. Now, optics, it looks terrible. Arvidsson's stick is in between the legs. He's twisting right by the boards, and he goes shoulder first, and he's hurt. So, it probably should have been a penalty anyways. But I think if he gave McNabb true serum, I don't think he actually. I don't think Arvidsson's stick really had much to do with him actually falling. So, I mean,
and at the end of the day, it's absolutely nothing compared to what Roy did to Frederick there with a straight up assault with his stick right to the mouth. Like, holy smokes, what a bad. When you see the goalie going like this, I believe it was Bouchard going like this with both his hands in the air.
Yeah.
And there's someone else on the ice with their hands, like three players had their hands in the air, like, holy smokes. So when I saw that, because I didn't really catch it when it really, I knew he hit him, but I didn't know how it happened. But when I saw the reaction of the other players, I said, oh my God, this is going to be bad. Watch and see. And then sure enough, on the replay, you see what happened. That was just a really, really, really dirty cross check there. And Corey Perry took a pretty hard cross check to the chest when he was coming across there. I forgot which Vegas defender, but he nailed him with his stick right across his chest, really hard.
Yeah, it's.
I believe he.
Boil over.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I just said to myself, man, what a warrior. This guy's 40 years old. He's still playing in the NHL at a high level, and he's still taking shots like that. Like, what a warrior. I tweeted out, if anybody's wondering why Corey Perry has been to 5 Stanley Cup finals with 5 different teams, it's because the answer is he's a warrior. And, man, that was a big shot he took. But the Oilers are just taking the hits. They're also giving them too. Hey, Wayner?
Yeah, no, 100%. Hey, look, excitement level wise, this is great. Great theater. It's great to watch these games back and forth. Now, you'd like to think when we have a 4-2 lead in the third that we could actually, finish it without no drama. But sure enough, Vegas ties it up, and then we have to win it in overtime. But hey, look, we'll take it. Thank God we got the win. We're coming back with a stranglehold on this series. Not done yet. Still got to get hopefully both, but at least one at home, and our fans are going to be cheering the boys on.
Oh, it's going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking at the Rogers Place.
It's going to be a great atmosphere.
Or as Ryan Whitney coined it, the Terror Dome. Yeah, it's going to be rocking there. How about we head on over to Twitter here, Wayner?
Sure.
And check out some comments from Twitter X. And just a quick reminder, our handle is @FrozenOilHockey, so you can follow us there. We are like 20 followers away from 900. So that's going great. And McMullet just followed us, Wayner. So Oilers super fan with the Bono glasses guy.
Oh,
he
nice.
He just followed us there. So shout out to him for that. And let's switch on over to X and see what's popping here. So first one here, I mean, this is going to have a lot to do with the McDavid Draisaitl goal, but this one was hilarious because Connor McDavid just looks like I don't know how to explain this. Doesn't he look like a bird peeking his head out of a bush or something here?
It's
like an ostrich or something peeking its head out
in the family of other ostriches, and he's just
right.
His head out.
It's so cool because, anyways, this one is from Chill Ranford. Happy Friday, Oiler fans. We just won 2 games in Vegas and are heading home. Let's go Oilers. And yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. We'll get to that interaction in a bit here.
Yeah.
Next one from BR Open Ice. 6 straight playoff wins, 6 straight comeback wins for the Edmonton Oilers. What an unbelievable run. And there are the scores there. They were down 1-0 in this game. Obviously not as big of a gap as some of the other games, but they came back once again and took the win. Next one from Sportsnet, Poetry in Motion.
Look at that.
Just
you know how many times I've watched these?
Unbelievable. I can't let these go too long because of the copyright stuff, but look at that. Unreal.
It's worth paying the fine. Let's keep watching it.
And here's just how it happened. What a great kick pass there from Corey Perry to McDavid. Just so fast. That's real time. I didn't even know it went in at first. I thought it kind of hit the post there, and
for a second, you could, some people thought it hit the post, but these guys don't miss. Not like that. Not off that. What? Oh man, you could watch that all night.
So, the reverse angle to that of what McDavid was looking at after he scored was this of Draisaitl here. Look at them pointing and looking at each other the whole time.
They're finding each other.
Oh my God! Wow,
Great
that's just so cool.
On and off the ice.
Just so cool. This one's from Jack Michaels. Oilers on a season-high 6-game winning streak to take only their third 2-0 series lead since 1990. And you know what happened that year, Wayner?
What happened in 1990, Rich?
And that's McDavid looking at there's two camera angles, one on Dry, one on McDavid. So it's so cool to see both angles. This one from BR Open Ice, literally jumping for joy. And you see Connor here, jump right there. Man, this team is so fun to watch. It's just crazy.
Oh, absolutely must watch TV. I don't care what time zone you're in, you gotta watch these games.
Yeah.
I mean, when McDavid and Draisaitl are feeling it, there's nothing like them in the playoffs.
If you're a sports fan in general, like we are, Wayne, we watch all sports. If you're a fan of sport in general, you know, typically you want to see those super teams play with the superstars, and that's what the Oilers are right now. I mean, if you like sports in general, you got to watch the Edmonton Oilers. They're just so fun to watch.
And I tell you, look, Richie, I know that, you know, people might think, oh, well, of course you're going to say that because you're an Oilers channel and you got your Oilers goggles on, but like there's something special going on this year. There really is. So watch.
Yeah, I totally smell the potion as well. It's some sort of mixtures happening again, and something's happening for sure. Happened last year.
When you see him dancing for joy, jumping for joy like that after a goal, like you know, like they're kids in Pee-wee still. I mean, that just gives you goosebumps. Like, forget the money, forget the superstardom, forget everything. They're just kids having fun, playing hockey, playing the best sport. It's just honestly, it gives you chills. Like, it's great to watch. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for this team. This whole team is just so awesome to watch. Brown one night, it's, you know, Pickard another night. It's just team in the truest sense of the word, and that's what it's taken.
Yeah, and ever since that, I'm telling you, ever since that Game 5 against LA on the road, I have not been worried once watching these guys play, which is saying a lot because I worry a lot in these games. Let's move on to the next one here from Brett Jeffrey, big Oiler fan. He also follows the channel, so shout out to Brett.
That'll be Brett.
And that was Rolison level goaltending by Pickard. I know you wanted to bring him up. You touched on it on the top of the show, Wayner. Can't say enough about Pickard, and here he is with Evan Bouchard. Just an unbelievable performance again. That big save in overtime was just crazy. I flew out of my seat cheering for that. And last but not least,
Rich, which one in overtime? I mean, like in overtime.
Yeah, so many.
During regulation, the guy had multiple, like that's probably the best 875 save percentage game I've ever seen. Like, he you know, like he just made so many unbelievable saves. Now, the Oilers gave up a lot, and that's why he had to make those saves. But Pickard made the saves when he needed to, and it was just
Bill Ranford, buddy, all over again. Bill Ranford all over again, and just because he's such a nice guy and his character and the team loves him, he's jumped around so much, you know, from the minors to find a NHL permanent home over the years, and yeah, it's cool to see, man, and even the fans love him. So continued success to Pickard. And last but not least, from Captain Felton, time to defend home ice, and he has the BB gun in the face of Marv there when he's coming through the pet
that
door.
Home Alone? Yeah.
That's Home Alone, yeah. So thought I'd share that one. That was funny. And yeah, unbelievable already. It's been we said we're gonna try to keep it short, but we got too much to talk about.
We just love talking.
We're already at 25 minutes.
We just love talking. We just love talking the OL. Like, we're just on such a high right now. This team just gives us so much joy. When they're playing like that, we just want to keep going. We'll try and wrap it up. But you wanted to mention Wallman and Klingberg.
Well, we can't get off without our studs of the night. So
no, we're doing that. But if
we're doing that, I just wanted to mention that I don't know if you remember in the I believe it was the Kings playoff preview, or before the playoffs started, you mentioned that we hit lightning in the bottle with our goaltending last year.
Yeah.
And it just worked out that way. But this year, when I was, especially last game, you want to talk about lightning in a bottle? Wallman and Klingberg.
Yeah.
These guys,
unbelievable.
We acquired Wallman at the trade deadline. You know, for a hefty price, I might add. But
yeah,
him and Klingberg just played so well together, Wayne, last game.
Yeah.
And I was just like, where did these guys come from? How's this happening? We have a solid second pairing D-line that can move the puck unbelievably. And I honestly think that with obviously Pickard and, you know, health, really, you know, Kane being healthy and the boys coming back and playing this physical forecheck. That's why we're in this position right now.
That's why I say something special is going on, because all these pieces are just, it's fitting in. They're fitting in perfectly. It's working out. And look, we got to shout out our pro scouts and the management staff for picking up those guys, and you know, they're rewarding them. They're performing, and that's perfect timing, because when we thought that was a weakness, we're not even talking about that right now. Thank you.
Well, it's more for me. It's more the fact that we lost Ekholm. Like, that's a major loss in your back end.
Yeah.
When you already don't have too many superstars back there. But you bring in Wallman, who was playing well in San Jose. He was a top pairing defenseman there. But he didn't have that much success in Detroit. And for him to come to Edmonton, he's being physical too, man. He's rocked a couple of guys in the playoffs. So, I mean, he's blocked more shots probably than, you know, most other teams that have made it to the Elite Eight for defenders. And the fact that he can, you know, play that defensive game, but he does have an offensive flair, and it really works well with Klingberg, because Klingberg's all breakout and offense. And it just works really well together. So, I mean, lightning in a bottle has occurred again, because if those guys keep playing like this, oh my.
Yeah.
Look out, man. Look out. So let's get this under 30 minutes for sure. So quickly, who is your stud of the night, Wayner?
Oh, look, you could shout out anybody on the team again. I've said this lots. Our depth, fourth line put up 2 goals, if you want to call them our fourth line. Arvidsson, Podkolzin, and Janmark, they've been great. But it's Calvin Pickard. We're not even debating it.
Yeah.
He stole that game for us. As Knobloch said after the game, Pickard stole us that game.
100%. I agree. But because you took him as your stud of the night, I'll give somebody else some credit.
All right.
I want to go McDavid. I also want to go Draisaitl because I got the jersey on. But honestly, my stud of the night is Podkolzin. Podkolzin with a huge assist before on the second goal. Gets the third goal himself. And constantly hitting, constantly skating back like an absolute maniac. Look at him track those pucks down.
Yeah.
It's just you when you see somebody working as hard as him and Connor Brown just on a back check, like, my God, you got to say to yourself, oh my God, like, look at these guys, man. Like, I almost feel like going and helping. You know what I mean? Like, I want to like jump into the TV and go help these guys. That's how motivating they are. So
they're inspiring.
Fantastic.
They
But
do more with limited minutes than most other fourth lines. For sure.
Yeah. So. It's a good thing I don't hop on the ice because I'm really going to slow those lines down if I did. But that's going to do it for the episode. Let's cut it here, Wayner. Thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Saturday, big game, 7 o'clock coming at you. And last but not least, most importantly, Wayner,
Go Oilers, go.
Go Oilers, go.
Pros know hockey, the channels you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.
Pros know hockey,